Hello everybody, I'm Paul Reed Smith and you're watching the DVD version of Guitar Part, and that's me on the cover.
Luthier, chef d'entreprise et guitariste, Paul Reed Smith est un touche-à-tout de génie qui a su faire de la marque qui porte son nom l'une des plus grandes et prestigieuses firmes de guitare. Rencontre avec un homme surprenant.
The very beginning, I set up a little guitar shop. One room, not much bigger than this, where I slept, ate, made guitars, repaired guitars, everything. I actually used to wipe the wood chips off my bed at night because the router would spit them on before I went to bed. So I started in a very small shop. Eventually, the models were good enough to get enough orders to be able to, start a business, to raise some money. I mean, that's a very small version of a very big story. I wasn't into modifying them very much. I was into making ones that were trying to be as good, trying to be as good as an old Les Paul Jr., trying to be good as an old Strat, trying to be good as an old Les Paul, trying to be good as an old Fender bass. I was trying to, it's like when you learn how to play music, the first thing you do is not write every song in the band. The first thing you do is learn how to play other people's songs and then listen to see how good it is against the real stuff. It's the same thing with guitar making. At the time, 50% of the guitar players played Fender and 50% played Gibson. So if I made a guitar like a Gibson, some people like it, and I play like a Fender. If I made it in the middle, I had a chance at both. And so it was a beginning of that. I was trying to make something beautiful, that was functional, that would do the job. I think my worst memory is I had something equivalent to an unofficial strike at one point. That was very hard. People quit making guitars. They were still coming to work, but they just quit making guitars. They were trying to manage it through defiance. That wasn't not fun. Actually quit making guitars and come to work just to try to get me to change what I was doing. I would say that was painful. The best memory I have? Watching Carlos Santana walk through the factory and thank every single person in the factory for what a good job they were doing and not miss anybody. That's pretty cool. Ones that musicians make their living on. Okay, now hang on a minute. That's what we do. We build tools for musicians to make music with. If there's a guitar player in France who's making his living, bringing money to his family by playing one of our guitars, those are the ones I'm most proud of, the ones that can actually make a living. Centuries ago, it was orchestras, and a violinist needed his orchestra to perform. And then in the 20s and 30s and 40s in America, it was big band, trumpets, saxophones, trombones, drums, bass, big bands. Elvis Presley came along and in one day proved to everybody that you could make music in your garage with 3 or 4 people. You can play rhythm on a guitar, you can play harmony on a guitar, you can play melody on a guitar, you can carry your guitar in your trunk. You can't carry your piano in your trunk. You can't put the piano in on the stairs at your house to sing to a girl. You can't take your piano or your saxophone, well, you could take your saxophone, but to the campfire. It isn't going to happen. It's a harmony instrument, it's a melody instrument, and it's a rhythm instrument. And it's not heavy. And you don't need other guys. It's not going away. It's not gonna go. Cars aren't going away. Roads aren't going away. The sunshine's not going away, and guitars aren't going away.